It's like the field's just blowing away. I'll go outside, Henry. Oh my word. It's only like 7 degrees Celsius out here. Some miserable weather the last few days. All right, so this is something the kids do with the dog. They make him stay here while they drop the poop in. Stay. And they make him stay there until they are basically ready to come inside. I don't know if he'll do it for me or not. And they even open the door. Good boy, Henry. Good boy. I just can't believe the wind, hey? I know. Just dust clouds. All the farmland's heading to Montana. I'm gonna finish these off today. Then I'm going to get the sanding blocks done, which are down here. And that's about 6 to 8 hours of work. When I get that done, then I can take all this equipment and move it to the new shop. And also I'll take most everything that's in the shipping container, move that to the new shop. Things that I don't want to necessarily move right now, like my motorbike, because I ride that on the regular, I'll keep that in here. And then we can also have this as a staging area, you know, so as we get boxes packed up, we can just put them in here and, you know, get them out of there so they're not in our way. Boom, stage them here, and then obviously easier to load up from here. So that's gonna be the plan. I'm gonna get these signs done. Really boring videos of doing that. But get that done. We'll get some sanding blocks done, and then we'll just see. We'll just see what's happened. My kids, again, went to my parents today. It's really handy when your oldest can drive your kids around. It works out good, but they're helping my parents pack up out of their house. And, oh man, you know, I'm gonna have to grab my dad's Bobcat and move this, because 2 summers ago, he moved it from his shop into my garage, and now we're gonna move it from my garage into his shop, and I'm going to put it in the exact same corner where it lived for like the last 20-some years. It's gonna be exciting figuring out like, okay, this will be the welding area, and then setting it up accordingly. And this is gonna be the machining area and setting it up accordingly. I'm just so excited. Also, I'm gonna have a room for things like my drum sander, all my woodworking stuff. Like right now when I plane these boards, I have to bring my planer from the shipping container. I have to take the Buick out, set up on that side, because I run my boards diagonal, like through the garage. I'm gonna just have a setup, a permanent setup that I can just do work. Oh, it's gonna be great. My wife needs a new blade in this. These things here, Olfa DC3. If you've never heard of them, they're slick. It's basically like this little hockey puck thing in Madauber. And you put blades in there, and that's all that goes in there, just blades. That way you're not putting them into garbage. They're not cutting people, they're not dangerous. I think these things are like $2.50. And you can also snap your blades off when you've got these kind of blades. You just stick it in there, break it off so it snaps it, keeps it safe, secure. I don't know, fill one of these up in a year and throw it in the garbage. Slick as a whistle. I go through a lot of these blades. Also, doing this one-handed is a little fun. There. I gotta take some of these here signs to the city. And it has been pouring the last couple of hours. But it's actually all good. We desperately need the rain. I also gotta take this back. I thought I needed to replace my CV axle, but I was wrong. It was almost a year ago to the day that I had replaced the CV axles in this car. The reason I thought I might need to do it again is because one of the signs of needing to replace the CV axle is a clunking on deceleration, and I had that in the front right, and I thought, what the heck? So I picked up a CV axle, was fixing to do it. It's a pretty quick job, and when I went to take the wheel off, I noticed that some of the lug nuts were not even finger tight. And about 2 weeks before, I had swapped from my winter tires to my summer tires. So while it wasn't a big deal, it was actually a pretty big deal, and what a stupid faux pas on my part. Like, when I think about the fact I was driving around with a loose front wheel, I feel fortunate that, I mean, it was only sometimes, and it felt like a CV axle, but anyways, I'm gonna go take that back because there's nothing wrong with my CV axles. It's just that I didn't tighten up my lug nuts. I always take pride on doing my own automotive repairs, but man, you gotta pay attention. I think I just forgot to retorque them after the second time. I know I torqued them the first time, but I think I didn't go again after like 100 kilometers, especially with mag wheels. Anyways. So just dropped off the packages, and the place where I need to drop off this CV axle is like 5 blocks away, and then we're gonna head back and do some more sanding and wood stuff. Time I go to film this noise. Alright, so these ones should be ready to go. Got them wood filled, get onto the sanding and all the other processes. Sunglasses away. Still waiting to hear back on the final condition of the house sale to be waived. Yeah, nothing yet, but I was hoping by the end of this week we'll know whether conditions have been waived. I just talked to my wife, and the kids have been moving my parents out, and their house is empty. When my dad built that house, we put a suite in for my grandmother, and she lived with us for years, and that was the best thing ever. When you're a teenager and you have your grandma living in your basement, she has like a full kitchen, bathroom, living room, bedroom, bathroom. It's a separate suite, but it was so awesome growing up with her. I used to go down there every day and have coffee with my grandma, and she always had coffee on, and it was just a thing. You knock on the door, she would come in, and it was, man, that was, I look back on those times, and she had a lot of grandchildren. She had 12 kids. I don't know how many grandchildren. And I feel like I was one of the luckiest ones because we got to live with her for quite a few years, and it was special. I really look back on those times. She's no longer with us, but she was very influential. You know, when you're a teenager and sometimes you don't want to talk to your parents, I could tell my grandma anything, and she would just listen, and she was understanding, and she was like the biggest supporter of anyone on earth. But anyways, that was kind of a little side shot. So basically my parents are going to be living in that suite, and now they found out that their house might not be done until like October. So I don't know, my parents have got a lot of travel booked. They're going to try and get on some cruises or something like that, but there's potential my parents could be living in the basement of our house for like months. So, but none of that can happen until this stuff gets done, so I better get back to work. Alright, so there's the last of those ones, and then got these done today. Probably did about 100 signs. That means that I'm pretty much done with some of the equipment. My drum sander, my dust collection, belt grinders, router. Really weird thinking that this could be the very last signs I make in this garage. It's weird. At the same time, I mean, nothing's ever done until it's done, so I don't know. I've been kind of in denial, being like, yeah, it's not really going to happen. But at the same time, I think sometimes, you know, in life, when you want to go somewhere, you just have to start going, and you just have to assume a plan to say, hey, this is gonna happen, let's start going down that road. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna start moving some of the stuff out of here over the next couple days, and the kids came back from my parents, and apparently the house is empty. The entire front of the shop is empty, so I can start hauling stuff in. So we got a busy couple of weeks, but I'm really super excited. I wanna thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Cheers.